I'm fucking deep in Tennessee with my brothers from the 3. We quick to click and break the peace. No respect for what they think.
ディオ。ほう、向かってくるのか。
Damn you. Dio!
Oh, so you still want to fight? It would appear pig-headedness runs in the family.
Yo, what's good everybody? What up YouTube world? What up otakus? What up anime fans? It's your boy back at it with another video. And this time I want to talk about what's better between English dub or having to watch it in English subtitles, the original language, which is Japanese, when you watch anime. Now here's my thing. As a person who's been watching anime for damn near 20 years, let's not pretend that we never watched an anime show in English dub, because we grew up watching it in English dub. When you're about like maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, you could barely fucking read. You know, at that time you just want to watch something that makes sense. But since we are, you know, older and we still hold on to things that was part of our childhood, can we pretend that some English dub can be good and some are just not good in English subtitles? Let's be real. I've watched Dragon Ball Z almost all my life. I'm not going to pretend that the English dub is terrible. I love the Dragon Ball Z English dub. I feel like it's a lot better than watching it in Japanese. Why? Because I can't stand Goku's voice in Japanese. But everybody else in the Dragon Ball Z series sounds a lot better in Japanese. But Goku was just the only person that just sounds very terrible. You know? And it's played by a woman. But at the same time, there are some other anime shows sounds a lot better in Japanese subs than it is in English dubs. Let me give you an example. When I watched JoJo Bizarre Adventure, I was watching it in English dub when it was on Adult Swim, and I saw it on Hulu and Netflix and stuff like that. I was watching it in English dub. You know, it sounded good, but when I watched it again, but in English subtitles, in the original language in Japanese, it sounds 10 times cooler in Japanese than in English dub. You're gonna still understand no matter what language you're watching it. You're gonna understand the concept of what's going on. For example, when Dio was fighting against Jochiro, man, even if it's in English, right? This one particular word or a few reference. For example, when Dio, when he say the world, he's saying it in a Japanese accent. The world, dude! It sounds a lot cooler. When in English, it's like the world! And trying to control time and stuff. But to be honest, listening Dio in Japanese, listening to Jochiro in Japanese sounds 10 times better than watching it in English dub. I watched it in English dub because I did feel like reading it in English. But it's still a good anime no matter what language it's on. It's interpreting what's going on in the story. And I think that's a lot important. That's one of the key factors that is important in the anime. And also too, basically how the action and the the scripting of the anime is also more important. So people will shit on people who watch English dub because I don't like how people think that they know more Japanese is because they fucking watch it in the original dub, which is in Japanese, and follow into the subtitles. Now here's the thing, the same motherfuckers who watch it in English subtitles don't even know a fucking lick of Japanese except Nani and Yatta and Kore wa nundo wa namboku no and all that bullshit. Those are the same motherfuckers who don't know how to speak fucking Japanese. If you understand Japanese, then you don't even need the English subtitles. You just want to focus on just watching the show. Hell, if I knew how to speak Japanese and I understand it completely, and just not having an orgasm in my ear say, oh, it sounds so good in Japanese, say it to me, daddy. Pause. I know that sounds gay. My bad, y'all. I interpreted it the wrong way, so, just trying to say that this kind of Japanese type of voiceover kind of make you feel some type of way. You feel me? So continue. But go good, girl. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Say it to me one more time. Nani? Kore wa nondo anda desu ni no. You know what I mean? I mean, if I understand exactly what it's saying and I interpret the way how it sounds like in English, and if it's like, for example, if I watch a show in Japanese and there's an English and the English sounds terrible, then I'm going to watch it to the sub. But if it sounds as good or sound better in English, then I'll watch it in English. It really all depends on my perception, my opinion, my point of view, and my preference on it. Like I said, with Dragon Ball Z, it's good in Japanese, but I do not like Goku's voice in Japanese because Goku is the fucking protagonist of the show. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you have a perfect piece of cake and you saw a little shit on there, or if you don't like a certain flavor of the cake but it looks good, you're not gonna fuck with it. Some people just like the originality of how an anime show sounds. Also, another example, watching Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer. I don't even call it Demon Slayer. I prefer calling it in Japanese Kimetsu no Yaiba because it sounds cooler and that's the original name. You know what I mean? 9 out of 10, not a lot of people who are anime fans do not say the original name in Japanese, Not everybody who plays the Yakuza game called the original name in Japanese Ryu Gai Gotoko. People are gonna just say how it's gonna translate in English, but they're the same motherfuckers who will watch the show in original dubbed in Japanese, or watch it in English dub and have their own opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? My whole concept is, like I said with Kimetsu no Yaiba, is when I first watched it, when it first debuted, it was not in English dub because it was such a new anime. They was trying to get in the process of translating it in English, but it didn't stop me from watching it. When I watched it, I enjoyed the anime. I loved Tanjiro, excuse me. I like Nezuko. I like every character. I love the plot of the anime. It didn't stop me from watching it. And like with JoJo Bizarre Adventure, I saw it both in English and Japanese, but again, Japanese JoJo Bizarre Adventure sounds a lot cooler. And now I'm watching it right now. I'm watching the 4th season with Golden Wind. It's cool, and I saw it in English dub, and it's cool too. But I want to really feel it. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to show. I took my moment to feel like I want to compare the difference between how it sounds, and I'm not going to ignore or deny that the subs doesn't sound bad. It sounds amazing, but at the same time, coming from a country that speaks primarily English, sometimes you just want to, go back to watching something in English because that's the language that's the only language you can speak. But if you want to learn how to speak Japanese, English subtitles is the best solution for you. If you don't want the English subtitles and just be full Japanese, I mean, it's a challenge, but go for it. Like, I'll be honest with y'all, when I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, I mean, the people who have the app, and there's an option to either watch it in original Japanese or English commentary, I prefer the Japanese commentary because it sounds as cool just like as you watch the anime shows in the original language. I can't bullshit that. Like, I don't have to give a fuck what's going on, what they're saying in the commentary, but guess what? It sounds cool. I know what's going on. I know what wrestler doing a certain move. I don't need to know what's going on, what they're saying. I just like to hear, Okada, and all this other shit. But anime, that's a whole different story. We gotta know what's going on. We gotta read it in English, or we have to translate it in English dub. So for people who watch English dub, some people rather watch it because either that's their preference, some motherfuckers don't have the tolerance or the patience to read, or the subtitles is too fast, or whatever. I can understand that. I can sympathize that. Some people just don't want to fucking read, and that's understandable, and everybody's entitled to do that. It's just like watching a kung fu movie, you know, or a Japanese movie that has ninjas and samurais and all that other shit, and if they don't have it in English dubbed, you're gonna have to read it in English subtitles. So that's fair enough. It's still a good show, it's still a good movie. It's just the language barrier, but you can still understand what's going on. So I can't bullshit that. I can't sugarcoat that. You know what I mean? I can't sugarcoat it to the extent where everybody's happy. At the end of the day, if you're into anime and you watch in English subtitles, that's cool. If you watch it in English dubs, that's fine. It doesn't make you less or more of an anime fan. It just make you just an anime fan. So let's not bullshit with each other. Like I said, with the people who watch English subs and they too good to watch in the English dub, it does not make you Japanese. It does not mean that you understand everything in Japanese. You know, it's not a dictionary. It's not Hooked on Phonics. It's not Rosetta Stone, where if you watch anything in Japanese, then obviously you understand everything in Japanese. You know, especially even if you have to read it, it's kanji, and nobody's not going to understand kanji. And just because if somebody watched English dub, you know what I'm saying, you're going to miss out some dialect and also the emotion, and you're not going to feel it. It's like putting on a condom that does not fit pretty well, and you know, for people who want to be protected and understand, it's not going to, it takes the feeling away if it's in English dubs. But if you're going to go raw style, which is subs, then, you know, hey, as long as you understand, as long as you're careful, you're doing it with somebody that you doing it safely, you know. But at the end of the day, guys, it's a preference. If you want to watch it in English dub, go ahead. If you want to watch it in English subtitles and original Japanese, go for it. So that's all I can really abbreviate, guys. As a person who watched anime for damn near 20 years, I like it. I watch anything. If I can't watch it in English dub, I'm going to have to watch it in sub. If I don't want to watch it at all, then I'm not going to watch it. It really all depends on how good the anime is. So that's all I can abbreviate, guys. So anyways, I'm going to have to wrap this up. Please leave your comments in the comment sections below. I'd love to know everybody's opinion. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Until then, folks, SBX wrapping this up. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Sayonara. And see you on the crossroads.